Hey everyone, so today we're talking about the best tablets you can actually get in 2025. I've spent weeks researching these devices and I'm breaking down the 5 that really stand out. Whether you're streaming shows, taking notes in class, or editing videos on the go, there's something here for you. Let's jump in. First up is the OnePlus Pad 3. The OnePlus Pad 3 is what happens when you take everything people actually use a tablet for and nail it at a price that makes sense. Right out of the box, you're looking at this gorgeous 13.2-inch display with a 144Hz refresh rate and 3.4K resolution. It's an LCD panel, not OLED, but honestly, it looks incredible. The colors pop, everything scrolls like butter, and with 900 nits of brightness, you can use it outside without squinting. It comes in storm blue with a nice matte aluminum finish. Under the hood is where OnePlus really went all out. The Snapdragon 8 Elite is basically the fastest mobile chip you can get right now, paired with 12 GB of LPDDR5X RAM and 256 GB of storage in the US model. This tablet absolutely flies through anything you throw at it. Gaming, multitasking with a dozen apps open, video editing, it doesn't break a sweat. The speaker setup is genuinely wild. 8 speakers total, 4 woofers and 4 tweeters positioned on each side. They even have this hollow audio feature that pipes sounds in different directions so you can pick them out more clearly. The audio experience is honestly better than what you'd get from most soundbars. Its battery is pretty solid too. You'll get about 10 to 12 hours with heavy use like gaming, streaming, or running a bunch of apps. If you're just watching videos, it can last up to 18 hours. And when it runs low, the 80-watt SuperVOOC charger gets it back to full in about 90 minutes. Now it's not perfect. There's no fingerprint sensor, which feels like a weird omission. The cameras are pretty basic, which honestly is fine since most people aren't taking professional photos with their tablet anyway. But if that matters to you, it's worth knowing. At around $599 for the base variant, the OnePlus Pad 3 sits in this sweet spot where it feels premium without crossing into laptop territory. This is my pick for most people because it just works. No weird quirks, no major compromises, just a really solid tablet that handles everything from entertainment to productivity work beautifully. Next up is the Lenovo Idea Tab Pro. The Lenovo Idea Tab Pro is what I've been recommending to every college student who asks me about tablets. At around $350, it hits that sweet spot of being affordable enough for a student budget, while still being capable enough to handle everything from note-taking to research papers. The 12.7-inch 3K LCD display runs at 144 Hz, which is bigger and smoother than the base iPad. At 400 nits of brightness, it's perfectly usable in most situations. The 2944 by 1840 resolution is sharp, and while it's not the brightest screen for direct sunlight, sitting in a coffee shop or your dorm room, it looks great. The MediaTek Dimensity 8300 processor paired with 8 GB of LPDDR5X RAM handles daily tasks without issue. Streaming, browsing, taking notes, even some light gaming, it all runs smoothly. Storage comes in 128 GB or 256 GB options with UFS 4.0, which is fast storage typically reserved for more expensive devices. 4 JBL speakers with Dolby Atmos create surprisingly good audio for entertainment. Here's where it gets really good for students. Lenovo includes the Tab Pen Plus in the box. This is a proper stylus with pressure sensitivity, perfect for annotating PDFs or taking handwritten notes. The tablet also has Google Gemini integration and features like Circle to Search that make it genuinely useful for schoolwork. The battery lasts about 6 to 8 hours of regular use, depending on what you're doing and your screen brightness. It supports 45-watt fast charging and takes just over 2 hours to fully charge. There's a fingerprint sensor built into the power button, which even more expensive tablets sometimes skip. The downsides are manageable. The 400-nit screen struggles in bright sunlight, and Lenovo's software update policy is disappointing. You'll get Android 16, but that's likely it. And at $350, often on sale for even less, this tablet delivers features you'd expect from devices costing twice as much. If money isn't the main concern and you want the absolute best Android tablet experience, the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra is where you look. Samsung just launched this in September 2025, and it's a solid refinement over last year's S10 Ultra. This one delivers the absolute best Android tablet experience. That 14.6-inch dynamic AMOLED 2X display is the star of the show. With a resolution of 2960 by 1848, 120Hz refresh rate, and anti-reflection coating, this screen is stunning. Peak brightness hits 1,600 nits, which means you can use this outside without any issues whatsoever. The anti-reflection coating actually works. Using this tablet near windows or in bright rooms doesn't result in a mirror-like effect like most glass screens. Samsung paired this display with the MediaTek Dimensity 9400 Plus processor, which is a nice upgrade over the 9300 Plus in the S10 Ultra. You can configure it with up to 16 GB of RAM and up to 1 TB of storage, and the whole system just flies. The S Pen is included, which is huge considering this tablet starts at $1,199. It magnetically attaches to the back and charges wirelessly. Samsung's software has really matured. One UI 8, based on Android 16, brings features like extended mode for DeX, which turns the tablet into an external monitor for dual-screen setups. The build quality is exceptional. At just 5.1 millimeters thick, this is an incredibly thin tablet that still feels solid. It's made with Armor aluminum and is IP68 certified for dust and water resistance, which is rare in the tablet world. The battery life is solid too, lasting about 9 to 10 hours of mixed use and recharges fully in over 2 hours with the 45-watt charger, similar to its predecessor. Now for the reality check. This thing is expensive. The base 256GB Wi-Fi model starts at $1,199, and the 1TB version with 16GB RAM costs $1,619. Add the book cover keyboard slim for another $210, and a fully loaded setup will cost you over $1,800. The keyboard's full layout and comfortable key spacing provide a laptop-style typing experience, making it ideal for productivity and multitasking. At $1,199 to $1,619, the Galaxy Tab S11 Ultra is competing directly with the iPad Pro, and in many ways, it wins. The display is gorgeous, the S Pen is included, and Android has become a proper tablet operating system. This is the tablet for people who want the best Android experience money can buy. Now, let's talk about the Apple iPad Pro with M5, which takes tablet performance to another level. Apple just released this in October 2025, and it's a solid upgrade over last year's M4 model. This one is loaded with power. The new M5 chip delivers up to 3.5 times faster AI performance compared to the M4, and features a next-generation GPU with neural accelerators in each core. You've got options for 11-inch, starting at $999, or 13-inch, starting at $1,299. And both deliver that same impossibly thin 5.1mm chassis that feels futuristic in hand. What really makes this special is how it handles pro workflows. Editing 4K video in Final Cut Pro, running demanding 3D rendering apps, or pushing through massive graphic design projects without breaking a sweat. This iPad isn't just powerful, it's also got the best screen you'll find on any mobile device. The Ultra Retina XDR display makes colors pop. Blacks are perfect, and everything feels buttery smooth with ProMotion's 120Hz refresh rate. The big improvement over the M4 is the base RAM. You now get 12GB standard instead of 8GB, which makes a noticeable difference in multitasking. Plus, Apple added Wi-Fi 7 support for blazing fast wireless speeds, and storage read-write speeds are now 2 times faster than the M4 model. With over 10 hours of battery life, even under heavy workloads, you can take this through full workdays without hunting for outlets. Weighing in at just over a pound for the 11-inch, this is incredibly portable. And while the starting price of $999 seems steep, remember there's no 128GB option anymore, so you're getting 256GB minimum. The cellular model adds $200 more. Also, while the M5 chip is incredibly powerful, the cameras remain unchanged from the M4 with the same 12-megapixel sensors, which feels like a missed opportunity. Overall, the M5 beats the M4 with better AI, more RAM, faster storage, and Wi-Fi 7, all for the same price. If you're editing videos, designing graphics, working with photos professionally, or just need something that can handle whatever you throw at it, the iPad Pro M5 is worth every penny. Last, but definitely not least, there's the Asus ROG Flow Z13, and this thing is seriously impressive. It's technically a gaming tablet, but honestly, it feels more like a full-on gaming laptop that just happens to have a touchscreen. This tablet runs on AMD's new Ryzen AI Max Plus 395 processor, which is genuinely revolutionary. It's a 16-core CPU paired with 40 compute units of RDNA 3.5 integrated graphics, all sharing up to 128 gigabytes of unified memory. The GPU performance rivals a dedicated RTX 4060. You can play Cyberpunk 2077, Baldur's Gate 3, or any modern title at respectable frame rates. Most games hit 60+ FPS at medium to high settings at the native 2560 by 1600 resolution. The 13.4-inch display runs at 180 Hz with a 2.5K resolution. It's bright at 500 nits and covers 100% of DCI-P3. That 180 Hz refresh rate makes fast-paced games feel incredibly smooth. The cooling system features a vapor chamber with stainless steel and copper, larger intake vents, and second-gen arc flow fans that push 70% more airflow. Even under full gaming load, the fans are noticeable but not obnoxiously loud. Build quality is excellent. The aluminum body feels premium, and at 2.64 pounds, 3.2 with the detachable keyboard, it's impressively light for something with this much power. Port selection is generous. 2 USB 4 ports, HDMI 2.1, USB Type-A, microSD card reader, and a headphone jack. The 70-watt-hour battery gives you about 2 to 3 hours of gaming on a single charge, but if you're just doing lighter stuff, it can last around 6 to 7 hours. Now for the hard truths. The base model starts at $2,099, and the top configuration with 128 gigabytes of RAM costs $2,799. The form factor is polarizing. At 0.59 inches thick, it's too bulky to use like a normal tablet. Still, for gamers who travel frequently or anyone who needs serious GPU power in a portable form factor, the Flow Z13 is unique and impressive. So, there you have it. The best tablets you can buy in 2025, no matter what you're into. Each of these tablets shines in its own way. It really just depends on what you need. Whether it's studying, creating, gaming, or just relaxing with your favorite shows, there's something here built just for you. If you found this breakdown helpful, make sure to check the links below for the latest prices, and let me know which tablet you're leaning toward. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.